What's going on, guys? It's Caleb, and today we're going to be going live and breaking down some deals. And also, I want to do some live negotiation and Craigslist search with you guys. So, without further ado, let's get straight into it. Make sure you guys comment in the YouTube comment section so that I can kind of interact with you guys as we go. I'll go ahead and pull up the chat, the little pop out chat as we go right now. Give me 1 second to do that. And boom, we're ready to go. I can see your guys' comments and everything, so make sure you stay in communication with me throughout this whole process. If you want to ask any questions, I'm here for you. All right, let's get straight into this. Happy Monday, guys, and I hope you guys are out there looking for some great deals and making some money. I personally am going to be looking for some deals right now, and you guys are. I haven't looked at Craigslist yet this morning. I wanted to keep everything fresh for you guys, and you guys to be able to see the same things. Make sure, like I said one more time, make sure you guys say hello. I want to know where you guys are from, where you're watching from, and everything. Go ahead and comment in the YouTube chat here. So let's get straight into it here. We got the potential deals. We're going to go ahead and go through these. I know that we did all the way up to this one. Okay, so let's see. No, I think we got that one too. I'll just do these last two just in case we missed them. But we got 2006 325i with 64,000 miles. That's really good. Great condition, clean title. There's no link to it, but sent to Weston. Forgot to tag Weston. Oh, I think Weston broke that one down. So I can't break that one down without the link, but desired purchase price 41 to 4,500, KBB at 52. So 2006, if I'm not mistaken, these are the ones without the twin turbo, and basically it's not the one everyone wants because in 2007. Oh wait, I thought it was 335i. It's 325i. Okay, so I don't really know too much about these ones exactly, but 4100, if that's in really clean condition, 4100 would be pretty good. So I don't know if you'd be able to sell it for 6,000, but 41 would be pretty good. Go ahead and make a list of similar ones, and then let me know, and also send the link if you can. What's up, Bo? We got a 2001 Dodge Durango. Durangos aren't bad. 160,000 miles, good condition, clean title. Asking 1,200. That's really cheap. Desired purchase price 750, and wants to sell it for 1,400. I like that. That's a really good plan. 1,400 for this. If this ran well, I could see that selling for 1,400, 1,200 at the least if it runs good. 4 new tires, transmission and engine in wonderful working condition. A small leak in the power steering. Has the engine light on. Air conditioning was blowing cold. Yada, yada, yada. Okay. Yeah, I don't see that being a bad deal at all. If you buy that for $800, I would buy that for $800 and then sell it the next day, probably at least in that week for $1,200 minimum. And I'm saying the worst case scenario, you could sell that for $1,200. So yeah, I think $1,400 is realistic as well. They're not very reliable, no, and they're not very popular either. So this one might take a little bit longer to sell, but go ahead and try other things too. Sometimes just posting this one on the roadside and stuff, because it's that A to B car, you get a little bit more, and highlight the price. Hey, car runs great, asking $1,200, whatever, asking $1,400 cash today. Let's make a deal. You'd be surprised, how many people would reach out and do that. So, we had, what's up, Chewy? My man Weston grinding up late. Awesome. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start breaking down some deals. Actually, let's go into Craigslist. So Craigslist, if you guys don't already know, which you probably already do, because of their update where they, added their $5 ads for everybody who posts, really the only people that post now are people who, make money in the industry, which is dealers or flippers or anything like that, because they're okay with spending the $5. Everyone else, why spend $5? They don't have, they don't have any, they have their car invested in it, but other than that, it's just logically it doesn't make sense for them to post when they could just sell it on OfferUp or, Facebook Marketplace or any other free place like that. So, but we'll continue to look anyway. There is still buyers on Craigslist, so if you post, there's not as many, but there still are people searching on Craigslist, just not that many people posting. So it's kind of a weird shortage right now. 2008 Accord, asking too much. I don't like buying Mini Coopers, but this one is way overpriced, even if it is a S. Um, and remember, guys, I am kind of picky. I might scroll through something that you might be like, wow, that's a really good deal. Why did he scroll past that? It's because I keep my circle of, knowledge and my circle of understanding small. Even though I have bought and sold, many different types, and I've helped people with many different types, I like to stay with what I'm comfortable with. So, if that means I have to only look at, a certain type of like 5 or 6, or if it's you and you're just starting out, if you only have to search a certain type of like 1 or 2 cars that you like, just block out everything else and just look at the stuff what does Warren Buffett call it? Your circle of understanding, or circle of competence. That's what he calls it. Circle of competence. As long as you invest in just what you know, you'll be fine. Don't try to go outside of that and take a risk or gamble unless it's something you know. Research it for a little while if you're comfortable with it. It's so funny. This looks like the Yaris IA. This Mazda 3 looks just like mine. Just mine's like a little bit more snub. So it's kind of cool. It's really expensive though. All right, what else do we got? We have a 2006 Tacoma, way overpriced. Honestly, this is what like Craigslist looks like nowadays. Just everything way overpriced. Let's see here. 2011 Mazda 3, 47. It's not too bad, but Mazda 3s don't go for a lot at all. 130,000, 7,000 miles. I don't know. I'd probably buy this for. Oh, he didn't put his phone number, did he? I'd probably buy this. I think it's a flipper, honestly. So we'll call him and see. We'll find out, and I'll show you exactly like kind of how I handle something like this if I'm not sure. Honestly, I don't really trade these that much, but the times that I have, these sell for like really cheap. So I personally, just based on like a good running car that's like kind of newer, it falls in that $3,500 range. Like someone wants to find something decent that runs, that has like a Bluetooth, they can listen to their music, they're not going to be embarrassed by it, it looks decent and good. I kind of classify 3 different ranges. So the first range is like you just want an A to B car that's free to all the way up to $1,200. They just want something that's going to get to where they're going. They don't care if it's got dents, scratches, whatever. They just need something. Then after that, you have the $1,200 to like $3,500 range, where that's someone who's like usually a teenager or first car or second car. They just want to buy something that looks decent. They can take their friends around in. It's a commuter car, whatever, something like that. $1,200 to $3,500. Then after $3,500 to like 10 grand, that's where you have the people that are looking, that they're specific. They've been looking for that specific car for a while. They want it because of whatever reason. If it's a truck, they want it because, a hobby. They want to go out and like, 4-wheel drive, or they want to go camping, so they need that, that tool. It's more of like a specific use, car. Or somebody who's had their eye on, I've been really looking at whatever, I've been really looking at a Ford Lightning for a long time, so that's why I'm willing to spend $8,000 on that. Or I've been wanting a Jeep my whole life, so I've been saving up, and that's like more of something people save up to buy. Or they really want something that's going to last for a long time, the next like 5-10 years, and they don't want to worry about it. They don't want to buy from a dealership either, so they'll spend $10,000 on a Yaris, something like that. So those are the 3 categories. This one I think would fall in that second category, so I don't think realistically anyone's going to be like, ooh, I want a 2011 Mazda 3. Even if it is a good deal, I just don't see that happening for the most part. You might get lucky, but I see it falling in that $3,500 range. So, but I mean, maybe 4. You might stretch to 4. So we're going to call this guy and just kind of see, if maybe he is a flipper, maybe he's got a dealership. We don't know. And then what kind of deal he's willing to do. And you guys can kind of see my negotiation skills, and I can walk you through it. I showed his number. Sorry, I don't usually like to do that, but sorry about that. Let's do this. Ready? Hi, I'm calling about your Mazda for sale.
Sure.
Yeah, I just had a couple questions if you have a second.
Yeah, can you actually one quick second?
Yeah, no problem. All right, I have the phone on mute now. I'm gonna let you guys know my plan right now
What's going on?
is basically just to find out like if he's a flipper. Hey, are you there?
Hello? Yes, sir.
Hey, so I just had a couple questions. So I'm looking for something reliable and something that I can drive around for the next little while. How long have you owned the car for?
About 2 years, 3 years.
2, 3 years. Okay, and do you have any like receipts or anything like that of maintenance?
No, so all the maintenance was done at my friend's shop. He actually owns a mechanic shop himself.
Okay.
So, I mean, that's about that. But, I mean, the maintenance and everything in the car is really good. I mean, you can always tell you don't really see a car.
Yeah.
It doesn't make no weird noises or anything like that.
Okay. And it's actually like is the title in your name? You're not like selling it for your mom or anything like that, right?
No, the title is ready to go and everything.
And it's in your name?
Correct.
Okay.
It's actually under my sister's name at the moment.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right. And like would your sister be selling it or would you be selling it?
Are you selling it?
Okay, so it's not under your name then?
No, it's under my business.
Oh, okay.
Just for the practice. But, I mean, it's trustable. Everything's clean and ready to go.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm going to pass, but I appreciate your time.
Yeah, sir. I appreciate the call. Thank you.
Yeah, so definitely was a flipper. You could tell he was. I asked him like several times, like if it was in his name, and he kind of was trying to beat around the bush. He was like, "Yeah, the title's ready to go." I could tell like kind of immediately whenever I talked to him, just by the way he kind of responded to the questions. That he, I mean, and it doesn't have the license plate on there too. No anybody that's selling their car doesn't take the time to like take the license plate off and then take a picture. They'll just like take a picture, sometimes put their thumb over it, or most people don't even care. They'll just take the picture of their license plate. It doesn't really do anything. It's not like invading their privacy or anything. So, I mean, your license plate is public when you drive around everywhere. It's not like you're showing your PIN number or your credit card number. But, people take it off because they don't have it. They don't have the license plate or they don't want it, to be tracked like which car they're selling. So, because with the license plate, you can see that, you can run it, you can run the VIN, you can find out all that, and you can find out which specific car is. So, people that buy and sell like a lot like that, and they just flip way more than they're supposed to. That's what they'll do. They'll take off the license plate or whatever, or they'll blur it out. Which some people just blur it out because they don't know, like they feel like it's private. But this guy definitely like went out of his way to take it off, and then you could tell he was like, "Oh, it's in my sister's name." Whenever I asked if it was his, he was like, "Oh, it's in my sister's name." Everybody, you notice I asked that question. I was like, "And it's actually in your name, right? You're not like selling it for your mom or your sister." Or I think I said mom. You're not like selling it for your mom or anything. And he was like, "Oh, it's in my sister's name," which, yeah, like I said. And then when I asked, I even gave him the chance to be like, "Oh, it's in her name. Like she'll be there too to sell it." I was like, "So like you're selling it or she's selling it?" He was like, "Oh, I'm selling it for her." So that's the classic story that they're selling it for their mom or their sister or their cousin or whatever. That's how they can get away with telling you that, "Oh, it's not in my name. It's because I'm selling it for my sister." So it's okay though. Like not like he's doing anything harmful to me or anything. It's just not a good deal. Basically, what I'm saying. So all power to him if that's what he wants to do, and as long as he's being honest and selling like a car that runs good and he's not like trying to hide issues or anything like that, then it doesn't. I don't really care. So all right, let's do one more negotiation. This one's kind of cheap actually. So here we go. We're falling into that range I talked to you guys about. The A to B car, and then you can kind of charge a little bit more for this one because it's got it's the van, so it's kind of like you talk about the Uber, then there's the Uber XL. Most people that want A to B cars just have the 4-door sedan or whatever. This is like an A to B car, but for like moms, or people who have kids or whatever. They kind of like need to be a little bit more specific because they got to fit everybody in there. So you can charge, they go for a little bit more. I hate to say you can charge a little bit more. These are priced for a little bit more for that. But with 270,000 miles, that one's just a fuel gauge acting up. Must sell, moving. Okay, but I mean, I'd buy this still. If I could buy this for $500. See, this is more of a move that someone that's buying their car. See, this guy, you could tell, like I was talking about the license plate earlier, he may have taken the license plate off, but I doubt it because he went out of his way to like take the picture where you don't see the license plate. That's what most people do whenever they're selling their personal car. Oh, I know where this is actually. This is not too far from me. But we'll call him and see. I'm gonna offer him $500 and just see if he's willing to take it. Oh, he didn't put his phone number on here. You're joking. Oh, yeah, he did. Sorry, I showed his phone number. Let's do this. 480-685-7802. He says, oh, let's try one more time. 685-7802. It's the right number.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated.
Okay, I'll send that one a text anyway. I'll offer him $500. He's probably gonna. I don't expect to get it for $500. He's probably gonna counter offer me, and then he'll be like, "No, I can do $700 lowest," and then I'll be like, "Hey, okay, I could do $650." You know, maybe, but that would have to be done in person. If this was clean, it looks decently clean to be honest. Even though it has high mileage, it doesn't look like a junker at all. So, if this was clean and the inside was clean and it ran well, even with the high mileage, I could still see myself selling this for like $1,400. So I might jump on that. If I can buy it for $700, sell it for 14, double the profit or double the the money. It might take like a week to sell, but oh look, you can see the license plate. See, you can even read the numbers. Yeah, but we'll see. I'll let you guys know and keep you guys updated on this one and everything like that. And we didn't have any questions in here, so with that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the live stream there. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know if you guys want me to go live on Wednesday. I will. If not, then I will see you guys in the group chat. And then Weston will be back tomorrow, I think. Yeah, he'll be back tomorrow. So back to our normal live streams. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see